$10. That was 7 of 9 in the mask.
Oh, okay.
Like, it's gonna be someone you know, and it's gonna be a time travel thing. The air raid sirens are going. Mega Maid is coming.
How yesterday's enterprise of you?
Oh,
There
ha ha
is
ha.
this.
And I am too old for your bullshit.
Old, yes.
Watch your mouth.
So the chase is cut, Picard. The chase is bleeding. The chase is dying in your arms.
What are you saying?
I liked you better when you were a mariachi band.
This Q is very serious.
Q, you are not well.
Q's dying. Q needs to be synthetic.
Enough of your stupid patronizing.
I mean, I did want to hit old Picard too.
I'm sick of these snaps without flashes.
I
hate this. I hate everything about this. The fact that he hit him at all. Like, really?
He was hanging out with Cisco too much.
So stupid.
Don't make eye contact. Wipe your nose. You got, like, come on, it's in your mouth. That guy's wig is horrible. that is a Halloween store wig.
Like, what was the budget for this?
we couldn't add any snap flashes or good wigs.
And here the man who holds the glass is darker still.
You're gonna keep quoting episode titles?
Yeah. You know what's funny? In every other Star Trek, they get thrown into the mirror universe and have to figure it out, and someone has to hold his hand and explain to him and the audience.
Forgiveness for what?
I think you know.
For not kissing Laris.
Come to just not.
No, sir. My sensors confirm no one has been here all morning.
What is the point of the eye flashes? Like, he looked more than he was looking before?
I thought it was like when he was accessing internal data, but I guess...
I don't know who...
Synthetics have gotten, like, worse in this world.
It's to spoon feed the retarded audience.
Yeah.
I mean, Q always would call humans barbarians, but like... To throw that Picard into an actual evil place and then be like, this is just you. It's like, okay, but you know it isn't. Like...
We sought out and subjugated savage civilizations.
Ooh, it's a tongue twister.
Your morning usual.
Thank you, Harvey.
It's probably like, blood. It's
Black
slave
coffee,
blood.
same thing.
Colombian roast.
Yeah.
Black.
Oh, okay.
This really is the circle that Dante overlooks.
Oh wait, I thought we were going for laughter at some
Appear
point.
disoriented. Searching.
Okay. Like, your iPhone can go faster than that, not to tell you it's searching.
Why, sir? It's Eradication Day.
You don't pardon a turkey, you slaughter it.
Time for the purge. You came to our universe just in time.
I love that, like, everything's spoiled in trailers now. Like, I thought we got out of that with the 80s, and then now it's like, this could have been a cool reveal, but it was the first thing you showed at Comic-Con.
I mean, if Earth was this xenophobic, like, none of you would exist. We would have to go back to, like, Enterprise Archer era.
Yeah.
Why are our candles... Oh, never mind. Just letting your lipstick dry out, I guess.
Yeah, you're a horrible person. We get it. Your face is still blocked. There it is. There's the reveal.
Your mood ring is black. You didn't get voted out.
Yeah.
Okay.
The mirror message.
That'd be funny. I don't think anyone would know what that is.
If you don't watch RuPaul's Drag Race and Star Trek, what are you doing?
335, some light.
Really, you have to ask...
You have to... Okay, you had to
Stupid.
ask the android to do something instead of... I can ask my lights to turn on and off.
The moment. Shall we, Madam President?
Oh, God, she's the president.
Federation?
We don't say that. We don't have that. I love how every other desk you see has a 3D display that can be read from behind, but they didn't do it with that scene because she needed to be surreptitiously looking at stuff. So she's the only desk that has a flat panel.
If you don't stomp these screenblades now, they'll meld your minds and scramble your balls until you're begging to die.
Vulcans are notorious ball scramblers.
Alpha level priority from President Hansen.
You're alone on your ship. That's convenient. You don't have to save face with anyone.
Yeah.
We've already had 2 scenes of that. We don't need to do it again.
I assure you. So if you've encountered
Why can't you look at each other?
I know.
out of the ordinary.
Because then it wouldn't make sense why she wasn't looking at a 3D display earlier. I love how he was being shot at actively in the opening of the scene and now nothing.
He's obviously ranking enough that he could be like, I'm just gonna pull back and deal with some politics.
That would be so dizzying to see something like stationary in your vision like that. Like, it doesn't even seem practical in any way.
And just everyone has one of those weird ships.
Yeah.
Whoa! Eradication Day!
Happy Eradication Day.
Why for Romulus? They can call us insurgents, terrorists, whatever they like. But soon...
So glad I can explain to you while I'm excited what's happening. Well, you didn't last long at all.
How did she go up?
At that angle from being shot above, and how did it not really go through him either? Don't know. He looks like Michael Jackson. A lot. Come hug your captain. Commander, whatever. They weren't even on the ship that self-destructed. How did she just figure out she was on the right side of whatever battle she just got in?
You seem preoccupied with me, dear, rather than your duties.
You never call me dear.
Locating the last of one of the Confederation.
Is that in downtown? That's that building, right? That weird twisty thing.
It's the Walt Disney Concert Hall.
Yeah.
It's where the evil president lives.
Wait,
Public executions are needless displays of authority to a people already.
Is that Patton
that's
Oswalt?
what it sounded like.
I am Spot 73, your very best friend.
Spot.
And I made you?
Obviously. Meow.
I can't with this.
Now announcing Her Excellency, the President of the Confederation of Earth.
I want doors that announce me when I come in.
Yes, the Stargazer, yes!
She's so stupid.
I'm a star...
Why is she wearing like a muumuu/lab coat?
Because it's empowering for women to wear baggy clothes that don't show off anything.
I think it's empowering that we have boobies, alright?
What? Yoda?
Tertiary adjunct of Unimatrix 01.
Oh, it knows.
This is splinter in her flesh, the beginning of it.
A splinter.
Unbelonging.
She telepathic?
Time has been broken.
The 12 monkeys. Nice.
I've been granted authority. Alien SOP comes straight from the magistrate.
You have alien slaves. Why don't you just say, like, I want to bang this one?
Yeah, I know, right?
Do we know that guy's rank?
Yeah.
Of course, General.
Because he could easily have been like, I outrank you, General.
He's like the king of hearts. Just like trailing behind her all little. I love how you said you want to have a private conversation. Are you going to go anywhere that there's actual security? You're just standing in a courtyard talking.
I mean, if you have real power, that's what you do. You make the rest of the class leave.
How do we make this Mr. Alphabet undo what he did to us?
I'm afraid.
Please never call him that again.
Yeah.
Even for Q, he seemed unstable.
And joyless.
Yeah.
Quite sad.
Like, not like if he was like that from the beginning, no one would like the character or remember him.
So now she just hangs out.
They're like, we just took her legs off though, so she'd fit in the tube.
Mister.
Huh? Don't see that.
You literally saw him look back and step on his mark. Did you?
Oh, did he?
Look at this. He hugs her, then glances backwards and takes an awkward step back to his mark. Ah.
Acting.
I know you can see the divergence in time. What did
Listen
Q
here,
do
Jennifer Goines,
when he turned
substitute.
Answer the question. What did Q do?
Why would she know?
Yeah.
2024. That is the when, where's
We should go back there and run around LA.
The change in the timeline originates there. In Los Angeles.
Conveniently, where they happen to be filming Picard.
This is splinter in her flesh.
Los Angeles.
They keep bringing up Splinter.
I'm afraid my cursory review of Confederation briefs made no mention of any time travel capabilities.
Loop around the sun. Finding the primary. This is a 12 Monkey show.
Or do you want to way back to our present?
Where you don't exist at all?
Yeah, where Janeway killed you?
Agnes, are you?
Can't get rid of me that easily.
I know, I wish we could.
I guess we're gonna have to shoot our way out.
You're the president. Just call someone and say, let me do this.
Right?
You don't have to explain.
How are we supposed to Borg-nap the Queen and get away in front of thousands of witnesses?
Smart strategic question, Rafi.
Well, thank you.
That's all he does, is just say annoying things.
Find out what this thing
Your whole premise was that she did find out something it knows, and that's why she brought him there.
What's going on with you today, Annika? I've half a mind to have you tested for telepathic incursion.
Annika.
This was all my fault, Mr. First Husband, sir.
Why would you let her speak?
Seven should have just backhanded her.
My old drinking pal, the president, aka Annika Seven Shot.
I hate this character so much.
Basically, as you were.
Was that supposed to be impressive?
This is supposed to be like a funny moment or a what? Because it just got me angry. Like, I still can't figure out if Agnes is supposed to be comic relief or like so uncomfortable it's funny. I don't understand what they're going for with her at all. It looks like they're about to go into the ring in like a wrestling sport of some sort.
Humanity's merciful power.
That chick's like, oh my god, I loved her on Voyager.
So embarrassing.
And who than General Jean-Luc Picard?
It's a good thing they are in such high-profile positions when chances are they would just be random people who kind of like hate the society they're in.
Yeah.
And other crazier people would actually be in these positions. Picard, did he even bring a sword? How is he going to do this?
Punch her to death. So is this like an annual ceremony? Do they just have a bunch in store to kill at different years? You know, in old Star Trek, you didn't have to keep showing it crackle. The audience remembered she was in a force field.
Damn, Romulan just confessed to uploading a virus. So I brought him along as a little present. Merry Christmas, boys.
Just take a few punches while I get us out of here.
If you walked in and said that there was a virus in the system, you would just go into lockdown. You wouldn't be like, let's leave the president on stage, possibly unsafe.
Tonight, we eradicate the Borg.
Seven got her wish, I guess. Now she learned her lesson. You have to love the Borg.
Yeah, you guys have a very sordid history.
A boring old gun.
That's pretty boring.
I
mean, what happened to the theater? You should have an old-timey guillotine. Lucky he didn't just catch one punch to be unconscious at this point. What did they throw at him?
I guess their comm badges are also
ninja
knives.
stars. You got the ninja star comm badges.
The Admiral said to improvise.
Show off.
It's okay when he kills people. Remember the Borg Queen in the opening wasn't killing people? But it was evil, I guess?
How do they know when to change the chant? It went from kill to Picard to blood. Why don't you just hit her with a stun and tell her to act dead?
Yeah.
You'd be dead.
Where are all of the guards? One security guy comes in. There should have been like 5. You guys gonna make out?
Someone better. This show's boring.
They're on to us. We gotta move.
You mean you haven't been flying away so far?
Well, they
You
want to
just stayed
stay
in
near
orbit?
the sun to slingshot around it, I guess.
God, I love universal connections.
I was just gonna say something about that. But yeah.
You got a nice USB in the back.
I wonder if the aliens use the same OS as I am. I mean, like, you have warp. Just warp to the closest other star.
Oh, got him.
Yay, he's dead.
It would be nice.
Killed while rescuing a Borg.
Is this gonna go into credits? Because I was hoping something cooler would happen!
So, when Q hit Picard, I was, like, ready to just be done. Like, I totally checked out at that moment. That said so much with so little.
I'm not even looking at the names of these. So, the second episode!
Oh, that has a title. I'm sure it does. Well, nothing happened. They realize that they're in a wonky reality, or that
alternate time.
They realize it's alternate timeline, so they decide to go back in time. That's all that happened.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fair. Q is, like you said, joyless and awful, and smacks Picard.
Their interaction is pathetic and shows that they don't know how to write real tension between characters, even ones that have such a rich history.
But he makes a line about how Q is not well, so like, is Q gotten mean and crazy? He's testing him still for some reason, and he made him be in a bad timeline where he's a bad guy.
It doesn't matter, because all of those things are excuses, and they're just more things that will lead to no payoff.
He realizes he's a bad guy, and everyone, a bunch of member berries got killed and their skulls are...
Ferengi have bones in their ears. As you guess, kind of makes sense, because they have big ears.
Yeah. And then Picard's like, hey, my horrible little, like, what is his bad synth that, it's just tedious. Harvey. He's like, oh yeah, your Romulan chick died. She was dead. Picard's watching speeches he's giving where he's all bad. And then he's supposed to go do something with the president for like eradication day. Seven wakes up and they really milk for way too long that you don't see her eye, even though everyone's seen her eye months and months and months ago at Comic-Con. And then she's like, what's going on? And turns out she's the president, and she's got some squirrely little dude as her president husband. And then, this scene drives me nuts. I don't know why. I'm more upset when they're doing things that are, like, clearly just having to write around a dumb story arc they want. She's gotta be surreptitiously, like, secretly looking up something on her desk, and she seems to have the one desk that doesn't have 3D displays, so she can do that. That's why it's there.
The president gets privacy.
The privacy. You can buy things that can, like, block out your display from people sitting a little to the side of a computer. In the future, why can't they just make it matte on the back so no one can see? She says she wants to talk to someone on the front, and she says she wants to talk to Rios. Rios wakes up and he's in the middle of a battle that, for plot reasons, immediately stops involving him at all.
Even though he seems to be, like...
leading the charge of it?
Yeah, he's not just commanding a ship. He seems to be commanding at least a group of ships.
Yeah, and there's a big fight, but then the fight stops so he can have some cool scenes where he gets a hold of Seven, and then they realize that they both are from the other timeline and know what's going on, and so she's like, come back, and he's like, alright, and just leaves the fight. Burnett Legolas is talking to a chick who gives some exposition about some sort of rebel crap, and then she gets shot at a very weird angle. When she's hit, she flies at a different trajectory, and then Raffi comes to save him, but, like, I don't know, like, I'm assuming they're all getting there at the same time. Like, they're all appearing in this timeline at the same time. We just see that he's only aware of what's happening for like a minute and a half, but apparently so is Raffi, but she seems to know that she's on the right side of this fight, and that she can just walk up to guards and be like, take us prisoner. You don't know if you're also a rebel, but whatever. She saves him and then does the Wookiee prisoner gag to keep him safe. They're at the Disney concert hall, and then Agnes is just tedious as ever. It's not good. You don't even have any input for this. You're like, I don't want to talk about it.
I summed up the episode already. Nothing matters.
So apparently Agnes has to show them some specimen. So the specimen turns out it's actually the Borg Queen in a little thing. And this Borg Queen seems to know she's the Jennifer Goines of 12 Monkeys in this show. So she is aware of the timeline changes. She knows Seven as tertiary adjunct of Unimatrix 01. And the male president's like, what's going on? I'm useless. Then they're like, oh no, you gotta kill her. Like, you gotta kill her on stage. That's why we're getting her out here.
The Borg Queen has telepathic or empathic abilities because she can somehow sense how Agnes is feeling.
No, here's the thing. Agnes is so socially awkward. The Borg Queen could take one look at her and go, I don't know you, but I could tell you don't fit in anywhere. If you've roused emotional cues to a Borg, you're that awkward. Jean-Luc's there. Raffi brought Elnor there so they can get in.
Another pointless scene. Like,
Yes.
You get it. You guys have to get together. But the fact that they're all such high-ranking officials means it's not actually going to be that big of a deal to get them together.
Yeah, I feel
I didn't need to see these scenes. It's just, I don't know, like, footwork.
Well, no, because it feels like if it was more challenging, as if you said, they weren't all, the president and the second biggest military person and whatever. If you weren't those positions, you would actually have some struggle to get together and work together, but when you don't have struggle, you're just showing stuff. They go in, they dismiss the president husband because he's a little B word. And then they're all like, we need to figure this out. The Borg Queen's downstairs, and she's going to help us do stuff, like going around the sun, so we can travel back in time, because apparently the time fractured in the 2020s, 2024, something like that. They go in there, Agnes, God, look at her face. I don't even know if you could see it well on my thing. It's just an annoying face.
We'll move it to the red part.
There we go, look at that. She's down there being awkward again, and then they're gonna get the Borg Queen and they're gonna take her out onto the ship, but then when they try to do it, it messes everything up because they just seem to forget that the only reason they're all together right now is there's a giant event gonna happen today and they're all needed and security might be heightened, and Seven forgets that she knows that she gave the order for security to be tightened, but they try to do unauthorized transports outside of a very important lab, apparently, and they end up getting caught and communications get blocked and all that crap while they're trying to get out, and the Borg Queen gets automatically taken away so she can go be killed on stage by Jean-Luc.
I usually love the trope of the awkward person, like, word vomiting to get out of a situation, but they manage to make it very unenjoyable. So
they got this WWE entrance music and lighting. And then they come out, and the crowd's like, kill, kill, kill! And it's like, they're just excited nonstop. Seven goes over to give her little president speech. They're buying time, the crowd's so excited. Borg Queen comes out to be killed, and then we have a stupid bickering, like, relationship fight between the two of them, because they want them to be, like, the more conflicty Riker and Troy pairing. But, it's just annoying. And then, so Raffi takes Elnor there, and she's like, I love how they just keep having to make stupid excuses, like, we brought the prisoner into another high security place, and apparently he's put a virus in the thing, so she brought him.
Which he should know, because he was literally looking at the same computer that she's about to fix the virus on.
I know, yeah. So she says she's gonna fix the virus, but brought him so that they can just punch him.
He was so excited to punch a Romulan that he didn't realize that there was no problem.
Like, it would make sense if you're like, prisoner, come in here and show me what you did. But she's like, I just brought him in here so you could punch him while I fix it. That's the thing too. Earlier they were like, we need to bring him here because he told us some very important information we need to relay to the president. And then later they go, we need to find out what information he knows. And it's like, you already said he told you it. And then it's like a very boring way to execute the Borg Queen. They all want him to just shoot her.
I was realizing that as we were approaching this scene, like, you want to, like, bide for time, but keep the crowd interested. So you start punching her and slapping her. They eat it up, apparently.
Yeah.
But instead, you just
spit on her,
stand there like a buffoon until the crowd literally realizes, you're not going to shoot her.
Yeah, so so basically, he just holds the gun there and they're all going nuts. And it's like, no, do something. Make a speech. Wouldn't Jean-Luc buy time by making a speech if he was backed into a corner? Yeah. Like, he would know, this crowd wants to be riled up.
Good with words.
But he doesn't use his words. This is new Trek. Raffi disables the thing. The comm badges are apparently ninja stars that are razor sharp now. Elnor kills the security people. Agnes is still trying to get them to beam out, but don't worry, they do it at the last second. But first, Picard just starts shooting people on stage and doesn't catch any phaser fire himself. He shot a few people and nothing.
They had almost no military presence on this stage.
And then the one guy comes in late, too. He's like, what'd I miss? I was in the bathroom. They all get beamed out. Good for them. Rios is like, why is there a Borg Queen here? And they're like, we're just going to plug her in with the universal Borg plugins you have on your ship. They're going to try and use her to jump around the sun. they had that whole scene without them actually leaving Earth orbit and then are surprised when they got followed and someone beamed onto their ship. But the president husband dude beams on, but he comes on, shoots Eleanor, which they had to explain because you made him a character that is invincible. So like he had to be the only one that they could shoot because they'd be like, we just saw him in a scene while he was handcuffed take out everyone effortlessly. So it's like, if you didn't shoot him, they'd be like, well, he could just punch them to death, right? But he shot. The president's like, what are we gonna call you? Jean-Luc the traitor, and then there's credits.
It feels like that scene just got cut off unnecessarily early. I don't know, it doesn't...
Yeah, I felt like it should have had more punch and it was meant... Like, something else should have happened to be a dun-dun moment, but, like, it was just a line and then it was just over. But that was the second one. What are they gonna do? David? How are they gonna get... See, David's actually watched, Red Letter Media? So you know roughly the trajectory of what's happening, right? You haven't seen them, but you know it's...
Yeah, well, I mean, but you know too. I mean, we all know where we're headed, at least.
Oh yeah, because they put everything in the trailer, but like...
Yeah.
But I know where it's going. I don't know or care what else. But I've avoided everything as best I can, so I actually don't... Other than what's in the trailer, I don't know. So I don't know what else is going to happen, but... Okay. Yep, that's it. Bye.